Welcome to Nourish with Michelle Fox, your guide to living a vibrant life after 40. If you have ever struggled with consistency in your self-care or felt confused about how to truly support your body during this season of life, you are in the right place, my friend. Over this 8-part series, you'll hear inspiring, educational, and real conversations designed to help you nourish your mind, body, and soul so you can feel strong, confident, and fully alive. I am thrilled to share this 8-part series with my guest expert, Kimberly Cunningham. Kimberly is a board-certified nurse practitioner who has been serving Colorado for over 20 years. She brings a wealth of experience from emergency medicine to internal medicine to healthy aging clinics. And she's the founder of Cunningham Clinic. After recovering from a life-changing injury through hormone replacement therapy, Kimberly has dedicated her career to helping people look and feel better through functional medicine and aesthetics. She's also a published author, a faculty member at multiple universities, and a national trainer for BioT Medical and Allergan Aesthetics. Her passion shines through in every patient she serves. And before we dive in, I want to share an important note. I personally seek treatment from Kimberly at Cunningham Clinic, but nothing in these conversations is meant to diagnose or treat you. Please consult your own provider before making any medical decisions. So, let's talk about what it really takes to thrive in this chapter of life. Hi, friend.
Hi.
Let me ask the friends who are listening, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Oh my goodness. I feel like I have been saying that phrase since I was in my early 40s. I'm like, I'm always tired. I will have to say though, my libido was actually pretty fine in my early 40s. Actually, it was pretty great. And the sick part though, like I always felt run down. Like I'd go 8 to 5 work. And at the time I was a single mom. And so taking care of my baby. And I mean, who are we kidding? I had a village. So I wasn't your stereotypical single mom. I had Angel 1 week on, 1 week off. But even with that, like I was always tired. And I was constantly asking my doctors, please help. And I don't mind sharing. It might be TMI. I don't know, but I'll still share. I did a sleep study and it turns out I have, what's that thing that you need a CPAP?
Sleep apnea.
Thank you. That's why we have the scientist here. So it turns out I do and did have sleep apnea, and CPAP's been my best friend. Resisted in the beginning, but it helps. But then as I aged and as we've talked in these previous episodes with my hormones being off, sleep still went off the wires a couple years later. And so today we are so lucky to have Kimberly here to help us get through some of our sleep issues. So, what is often happening at this age, women in their 40s and 50s, when they're like, I just can't sleep? Like, what is it that you often see?
Asleep, but you can't get rested.
Yes, you wake up, you're
You
like,
close your
I'm
eyes, you
still
open your
tired.
eyes, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I can't fall asleep, I can't stay asleep, and then also I can't wake up feeling refreshed that you're supposed to from sleep. And all of those are different ways that sleep can be broken. So first we want to talk about the importance of sleep. I think it was Edison who never slept more than 20 minutes at a time, other than 1 2-hour nap in the middle of the night.
Oh, what is this particular thing that men
don't
can
do
do?
No, it was probably a functional IQ in the 200s.
Okay.
So his brain just probably was
This wouldn't turn off.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
there are case studies of people who don't sleep in normal patterns. There's also a lot of information about a sleep pattern where you fall asleep and you're up from midnight to 2 or 3, you fall asleep again, and then you get up. So that's a split sleep pattern. All of that extraneous aside, most adults need to go to sleep at the same time every night, wake up about the same time every day, and they need about 8 hours.
Okay.
Anywhere from 7 to 9, but average is 8 hours of sleep, of restful, recuperative sleep every night.
Okay.
And in that sleep, you should go through 4 full cycles of sleep. So there's the shallow sleep, the deep sleep, there's parts that you're dreaming, there's parts that you're not. And if you think about it like an engine, 4-stroke cycle of a combustion engine, you need to go through all the layers of sleep, and you need to go through them at least 4 times.
Oh, wow.
And so there's actual physiology of sleep. You're not just eyes closed. There are things that are supposed to be happening. And it's really interesting. The things that are happening include problem solving. So you can just throw something up in your brain and go to sleep, and you wake up the next morning and you have a different answer.
Yes.
Everybody's experienced that. That is because your brain isn't off while you're sleeping. It's in a different state.
Okay.
It doesn't quit because you're asleep. It's doing something else.
That way. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Need the computer that is your brain to do these other things so that your conscious awake time works. So when we talk about sleep, there's something else that's really important. And you talked about sleep apnea. And we always want to get a sleep study when it's indicated. So sleep studies where you either go to the lab, or now they can send you a ring and some electrodes, and you can do it at home now. But that is, do you stop breathing at night?
Yep.
Do you lose oxygen at night?
That's what's happening.
Some signs are snoring.
Yes.
Catching your breath. If your partner says it sounds like you're choking in the middle of the night because you're choking yourself awake, you stopped breathing. So sleep apnea can be central, where the brain forgets to tell you to breathe. Which that's always
very scary.
Yes. And it can be peripheral. So peripheral sleep apnea is the belly is too large. The tongue is too weak and it falls back. Because we don't snore when we're kids, unless you've got big tonsils or big adenoids.
Sure.
And the solution for that is the ENT, pediatric ENT takes out the tonsils or the adenoids. Every kid who snores almost all the time gets an ENT referral because the parents can hear it. They say, it sounds like a truck driver in the next room. Pediatricians are very good about taking out tonsils and adenoids when they're snoring.
Sure.
Because that can make the kid too tired to learn in school.
Okay. That makes
But when we're adults and we're too tired to learn, you're just expected to suck it up.
Yes. And push through.
But not getting recuperative sleep, particularly when it comes to sleep apnea, central or peripheral, will rob you of 10 years of your life. 10 years.
That does not shock me. Because yes.
So sleep matters if we want to live all of our years, and if we want to actually be able to think in the years that we're alive.
I'm raising my hand. I want to think while I'm alive. Yes, please.
So sleep is important. Plus, we're women.
Yes.
We are the task managers. We are the caregivers. We are typically the child rearers. Now, you had shared custody, but in most American families, the woman does the lion's share of the child rearing logistics, pediatrician appointments, dentist appointments, just the general day-to-day logistics of raising a child, parent-teacher conferences, making sure the kiddos register for summer camp, and that typically falls on the women.
We need our brains for.
And so we've got lots of tasks to finish.
Yes.
Additionally, women tend to be the caregivers of the parents as they age, whether or not they are your parents. Women will often care for their parents and their partner, if he is a man, his parents as well. So now women have her parents, his parents, and our kids.
Yep.
There's a lot of logistical planning.
Absolutely.
If your brain can't function because you're so tired, everybody in the family is really suffering. And so we talk about sleep and its importance. And I always like to start with a sleep study whenever appropriate. And I can order a sleep study not covered by insurance for about $350.
It's not bad.
Which is pretty easy. They mail you all the stuff. You follow the directions, you mail it back, and it's a very good diagnostic screening. Do we have sleep apnea? And so if there's sleep apnea, that's the first thing we want to fix, of course. But we've talked a lot in other podcast episodes in this series about what gets in the way of sleep. So low testosterone is night sweats. So if you wake up at 2:00 in the morning and your chest is soaking wet and you're freezing cold,
you got one leg out and you got covers on the rest of your body because your body hasn't figured it out. Yes.
So that is low testosterone. Low estrogen typically results in hot flashes during the day. But vasomotor symptoms can happen at night. So if you wake up at 2:00 in the morning and you feel like Mount Vesuvius has just erupted.
Yes.
And if you don't crawl into that ice maker immediately, you're going to spontaneously combust. That's low estrogen. Low thyroid equals poor sleep. Because when your thyroid is low, you're sluggish throughout the day,
Mm.
you never get enough of cognitive satisfaction, so your brain can't turn off at night.
Yeah.
It still wants to think and do things. You didn't do enough during the day.
Exactly. That's checklists are going and going and going.
Low vitamin D equals, in many people, perseveration.
Oh,
Can't let it go.
I did not know that.
When your vitamin D is too low,
Oh, wow.
you have this problem, real or inflated. 'Cause sometimes things that you think are a problem really aren't a problem.
Sure.
But here's this problem, like an actual financial disaster problem or an imagined one where I think somebody's mad at me and they don't even know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And everything in between. So you have this problem and you cannot let it go. And it is 11 o'clock at night and you have to think about all the different ways to work it out so that as soon as it's timely appropriate in the morning, you can get those people on the phone and go.
Exactly. Let me give you a piece of my mind.
Or we have to plan this. You're stuck on something.
Yep.
And until that thing is done, you can't sleep.
Correct.
And that goes with low vitamin D.
Oh.
Low B12. B12 is one of the B vitamins, and that's, you get a B12 shot when you're dragging. I'm going to get some energy. I'm going to go get a B12 shot.
Got it.
Right?
Yes.
When B12 is low,
Mm-hmm.
you are so tired, you're like too tired to fall asleep.
Mm.
And it goes with
I had
like
a friend tell me that. I'm always like, what are you talking about? Because
too tired to
I
sleep.
can always sleep,
Yeah.
but she tells me it's a real thing. Like, I'm just too tired and lays up all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are physiological conditions we can treat.
Okay.
And we've talked in other episodes about how to diagnose and treat and support all the systems of the body.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes that's not enough. Now,
Correct.
if all of that is not working, there is no sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about in my first book, and the second one is coming out, and there's this whole chapter on sleep, and we're going to dive into some of it. But if all of the pieces underneath, the testosterone, the estrogen for postmenopausal, the vitamin D, the B12, the thyroid functionality, all of the different markers, if they're all bad, there is no way to get recuperative sleep. You can't journal your way into it. You can't sleep hygiene your way into it. And we're going to talk about sleep hygiene. There's nothing, you cannot gut your way through it. Sleep is elusive while the body is burning down underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing we have to do is fix the body and make sure the body is working. But then sometimes that's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
So we give the hormones and the vitamin D and the thyroid and whatever else needs to be fixed. We give that a few months to work. If the sleep study is positive for sleep apnea, we fix that. And whether it's the mask, which is the CPAP, there's a new thing called an Inspire.
Oh.
And it is for, not for central, but it's for obstructive sleep apnea. And you can put the Inspire in the chest. You wave your phone over
surgically?
it. Yeah, it's like, it looks like a pacemaker. It's actually smaller than a pacemaker.
Okay.
It's a little tiny scar, if you even scar.
Okay.
You wave your phone over it to turn it on. You wave your phone over it to turn it off. And it will wake you up if you're holding your breath.
Oh, interesting.
But not enough to wake you fully.
Oh, that's so interesting.
So now you don't have to travel with distilled water in the machine. Like you have a whole nother suitcase for the sleep apnea.
Yep, it's a thing.
So the Inspire goes with you and your phone goes with you. And
oh, how interesting. I'll have to learn more about
so
that.
there's a few ENT surgeons that do those now.
Okay.
There's a really great one here in Denver I send people to. He's on a 6-month waiting list.
Wow.
Well, it's so much more convenient. And every patient that's gone on them has been very happy. If insurance covers it, you're lucky. If not, it's about $6,000 out of pocket.
Okay.
So it is expensive right now. Now, of course, time will always bring the cost of technology down. And more insurance companies will adopt this. And so hopefully we'll get it to be more affordable for everybody treatment. But it's called the Inspire device and it's for sleep apnea. So either way, positive sleep apnea test, we treat the sleep apnea. So we've gone through all of the diagnostics that I do, not that primary care does.
As we spoke in a previous episode, you are so good at the lab.
Diagnostics.
So grateful for your
support all of the things, make sure there's nothing that needs to be treated physiologically.
Yes.
And the sleep apnea is sorted out. And then we look at, okay, our sleep still isn't back. And we need our sleep to not die 10 years sooner than we were supposed to die. We need our sleep to be nice to our partners.
Correct.
And our coworkers and our children.
Our neighbors.
We need sleep to be relevant at work.
Absolutely.
We need sleep to have the energy to work out so we can be good stewards of our bodies. Because remember, your muscle mass and the oxygen carrying capacity of your blood that is dictated by your muscle mass is the number one predictor for whether or not you're going to be alive in 10 years from today. So that VO2 max we've talked about. So that measure is the most important. Are you going to be alive in 10 years? So if you're so tired and the list keeps getting longer and longer, you're not going to go to the gym.
Correct.
And that's going to be a problem for longevity and health span. So we need to fix sleep when it's broken.
Yes,
so all
please.
of the things I'm going to tell you today are for the people who are not getting good sleep.
Beautiful.
If you're getting good sleep,
beautiful.
Do whatever you want. It's not broken. If it's not broken, you don't have to fix it. But these are ways to fix broken sleep. And broken sleep is I can't fall asleep. I can't stay asleep. And I don't wake up feeling rested. Any of those three measures equals broken sleep.
And I know for sure we have many, many listeners in all of those categories because even just this week, I got an email from a friend at 3 a.m. And I'm like, ding, 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 she's not sleeping. I'm like, she's definitely going to get a link to this episode. Because I don't think anybody should be sending emails at 3 a.m. I want her sleeping.
Many of my emails go out at 5 a.m.
Because you're awake?
Because I'm up at 5 a.m.
Okay, well,
every day.
But you also go to sleep at like
8:30 to 9.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very similar.
No,
it just feels good.
I'm not a night owl. No, never was, not even in college.
Yeah.
Everybody would go out at 10 o'clock. And I'm like, I want to be sleeping and dreaming by then. I should be in my second REM cycle by then. I don't.
No thanks.
I mean, I did because that's what everybody did, but I was very happy to get out of college and to stop having to stay. It's not for me. Anyway, so once we fixed the hormones and we fixed all the things and we've ruled out or fixed sleep apnea, then we got to start looking at how and why and what do we do around sleep. So the first thing is when you're not getting good sleep, this is the bad news.
What? Don't say it. Let me guess. You can say caffeine?
Oh, we're going to get to caffeine.
Okay. I'm like, people come after me as a
it's on the
nutritionist
list.
as I've asked them to step away from caffeine. Like, people want their caffeine.
Oh,
So,
yes.
okay, I'm glad we'll talk about that later.
Cool.
Okay.
And the good news is you can still have some, but we have to talk about when.
Okay.
So the first thing is no napping ever.
Oh.
See, there's the face.
Yeah. I'm like, say more.
No
say more.
Napping ever. So humans are supposed to be awake during the day and asleep at night. There's all this chemistry that happens during the day and all this chemistry that happens at night to help us do that. As soon as you nap, you've interrupted that chemistry.
Oh, no, that makes perfect sense.
So there's something called a sleep deficit.
Okay.
You have to accrue enough of a sleep deficit to want to fall asleep and to need to stay asleep to assuage that deficit. As soon as you nap, you've just messed up that chemistry, that biochemistry.
That makes perfect sense.
Also, now this is for people with broken sleep.
Okay.
If you have great sleep at night, this is not for you. You're welcome to nap. That's fine.
Okay.
But if you have any form of insomnia, can't fall asleep, can't stay asleep, don't wake up feeling rested, and you nap, your risk of Alzheimer's goes way up.
Oh, and that's because we're disturbing that natural cycle.
You need to sleep.
That's okay.
Got to sleep the right way.
Okay.
So here's what happens in the morning. Actually, about an hour before you wake up, your body temperature starts to rise.
I've noticed that. What is that all about?
It's how you wake up as a species.
And that's also on the hormonal part. It's the cortisol waking up as well, right?
Yes, good job.
See, I'm paying attention.
So cortisol starts to kick in and wakes you up.
Okay.
Cortisol will peak about 90 minutes after you are fully awake. Which, by the way, that's when you should have your coffee.
Oh.
Not when you first wake up.
Oh. Say more about that.
Those are fighting words with so many people.
Exactly.
My feet hit the floor, coffee goes down the hatch, or people get hurt.
Right.
I've heard that so many times.
But then if you're saying cortisol has a peak state, is that a couple hours after waking?
90 minutes from when you are, my eyes open and I look at the clock.
Okay.
90 minutes from then is the best time to have your coffee.
Oh, okay.
So cortisol warms you up, wakes you up, and is your get up and go.
Okay.
It is not the enemy unless you have too much of it. So cortisol is also your stress hormone, but you need to be able to respond to stress. You need to be able to get away from the saber-toothed tiger, so to speak. You need to be able to have a response. So cortisol is very healthy and you need to have some. So cortisol helps you warm up and it peaks about 90 minutes after you are fully awake. Adenosine is how you fall asleep. So caffeine knocks out adenosine.
Trying to process that. Okay. And
That's
you're
how
saying we need
caffeine-
adenosine to sleep.
Yes. So when you're done
Got it.
waking up and your cortisol is at its peak,
Mhm.
if you have your coffee, any residual adenosine or I need to be sleepy is gone. And you've had this natural wake up and this natural cortisol processes like it's supposed to do. Then you have your coffee at 90 minutes, it just wipes out any residual adenosine. If you have your coffee early, you might not get as much cortisol as you need. And then your body might try to make it later in the day. And that's not good.
And that's the
Because we
stress
want the
part.
cortisol to fall at the end of the day so adenosine can rise and we go to sleep.
That's very graceful. Yes, the hormones know what they're doing.
They do.
The dance in our bodies.
So caffeine is fine.
Okay.
So long as it is before noon, so that it's not going to block our adenosine. And it's really good if you have it about at 90 minutes after you first wake up, which actually isn't that hard to do. So I'm up at 5, by 6:30, I'm having coffee.
Oh, there you go.
Plenty of time to have coffee before I see a first patient. It's fine.
And all of us are saying thank you. No grumpy Kimberly today.
No. And I will have my coffee. I love my coffee.
Okay.
I'm going to have my coffee.
Okay.
I have a large cup right there. So
There you go.
but it's not yet noon. And so by the time it is noon, I will stop with my coffee.
Beautiful.
So we want coffee in the morning, particularly 90 minutes after we wake up and not afternoon.
Beautiful.
There's caffeine in chocolate.
And
Sorry.
Diet Coke, by the way.
Oh yeah, so
To my,
should never have Diet Coke. Diet Coke is very bad for you.
yes.
Diet Coke increases your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Don't have artificial sweetener ever. There's not an artificial sweetener outside of stevia or erythritol, which is monk fruit. Those two come from plants. So those are okay in small doses. A lot of people get headaches from stevia, but we don't want to have chemical artificial sweeteners that bind to our tongue and trick our brains. You don't want to trick your brain.
Correct.
Your brain knows what to do. Let it do its thing when it's supported. So we want to have caffeine thoughtfully, and we need to stop the caffeine by noon so that cortisol can naturally start to come down and adenosine goes up. Adenosine also drops your body temperature. That's why you're cold in the evening.
Oh, interesting.
You're getting colder
Yeah.
because you sleep better when you are a little bit colder.
Okay.
Your body's a machine. You don't want to run it hot all the time. It needs to cool off. And so a lot of times people who have duvets, down comforters in a climate controlled house where you really don't need all of these layers because you're not in a tent. You have central heat and air and you can control the temperature in your room. You do not need all of those warmth layers. Now, some people need a weighted blanket because they need the hug of deep pressure stimulus. That's no problem. But an actual heat situation might be interfering with sleep. You need a fan on. The room should be about 67 to 69 degrees.
Okay.
Because you want your body to be able to cool off at night. So if we harken back thousands and thousands of years ago, when we figured out how to be awake during the day and asleep at night, it got cold at night. We didn't have central heat and air. So we were sleeping when it was colder.
That makes sense.
So again, if you love your duvet,
I do.
And you're
saying that, I'm like, I really do.
But if you're sleeping great at night, this does not apply to you.
Okay, good.
This is if you can't fall asleep, if you can't stay asleep, and if you don't wake up rested. These are things we want to do.
Awesome.
So no napping.
Okay.
No
Taking naps off the
caffeine
list.
after noon.
All right.
We want to make sure that we are sleeping in a colder environment and waking up to a warmer one. Your body knows how to do that. But there's more.
Okay.
Sleep hygiene is expensive. We also have to stop technology 90 minutes before bedtime.
Thank you. Say that again for the people in the back.
No technology for 90 minutes before bedtime.
There you go.
Do you know who needs this the most?
Teenagers.
Yes.
Yes. Because they also need their sleep probably more than we do.
Teenagers need 10 to 11 hours of sleep, depending on where they are in their growth spurts. And if they are staying up until 10 or 11 or midnight or 1 gaming, and then they have to get up at 7 to go to school, that is sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
By the way, sleep deprivation on purpose is against the Geneva Convention because it's a recognized form of torture.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That does not
So we need our
surprise me.
sleep.
Yes,
And without
we
it,
do.
we are literally being tortured. Teenagers need to have 90 minutes. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be in bed in your pajamas staring at the ceiling. That's ridiculous. But no screen time. So the phones get turned off, the TV gets turned off. It's game night. It's read a book. It's just no screen stimulus. It was believed for a long time that if you got those blue light blockers, you'd be just fine.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
There's a whole industry around that with those fun
data does not support
glasses, the sunglasses.
The data does not support it. So you have in the top of your brain, it's called the pineal gland, and it is responsible for wake and sleep.
Yes.
It's, your circadian rhythm, your awake and sleep rhythm. And the pineal gland in humans is really close to the surface because we're supposed to be way more sensitive to light and dark. In other species that are not awake during the day and asleep at night, the pineal gland is actually in a different part of their brain.
Oh, interesting.
Fun fact.
Okay.
So our pineal glands, when we start seeing flashes of light, that's the morning. Okay, here comes the cortisol. Let's wake up. And so now we have just broken our cortisol during the day, adenosine at night. We just broke it. So you need to stop the flashes of lights, which is technology, and the stimulus, which is the morning, 90 minutes before we want to be asleep. Sorry.
Again,
this is not for everybody.
The choir. I am right there with you.
Again,
including not keeping your cell phone in your bedroom. Like that's been my thing.
You can keep it in your bedroom. You just can't keep it on your nightstand. You have to put it over on the dresser. Your cell phone can be your alarm clock. That's fine. But you can't be able to reach for it without getting out of bed.
But also you have to turn it off so that's not flashing, to your point.
No, that's okay. You can
so
you can put on do not disturb and it will still be your alarm clock. Some people
I can agree to disagree on that one. Because that's one of the hills I'm gonna die on, especially
or you can face it away from the bed. Oh, okay. For teenagers, you have to take it out of the room because that's like crack.
They have no
they have to have it. But for most adults can have their phone on the charger in their room to be their alarm clock, so long as it's not within arm's reach. Put it over there. And if that's enough, fine. If not, get it out of your room and go with an old school alarm clock. So and again, this isn't everybody. There are people who read on their phones and they fall asleep to the book on their phone.
Oh, yeah.
And they sleep great. That's fine.
Of course.
If your sleep is broken, these are the things that we need to do because we don't want you to die 10 years sooner.
I agree.
Right. No screens 90 minutes before bedtime. Then there's still more.
Please,
we're still
ready, especially for my friends who are desperate for some sleep. They're like, just give me the answer.
So we have no naps.
No naps.
Caffeine only in the morning, preferably 90 minutes after you wake up and before noon.
Beautiful.
No technology 90 minutes before bedtime.
Awesome.
The bedroom is for sleeping and sex.
Two of my favorite things.
That's it.
In the world.
Yes. But that's it. So if you're going to read before bedtime, it doesn't happen in bed. If it needs to happen in your bedroom, it needs to be in a chair outside of the bed. Again, this isn't everybody. It's if your sleep is broken.
And that's because we're giving our brain the message that our brains can be on in the bed.
When you get into bed, your brain should say it's time for an orgasm or sleep.
Okay.
That's it.
Love it.
So you're training your body to expect when I get in this environment, we are going to go to bed. And you're training your pineal gland. Okay, let's ramp up the adenosine. Let's drop our body temperature. Let's go to sleep. So it's all training.
Beautiful.
Just like the first time you get on a treadmill, you're not going to run 10 miles. You got to work up to it. So these are things that are working towards retraining your body how to sleep and when to sleep.
Beautiful.
So we want to have the bed in the bedroom be only for two things, and that is sleeping and sex.
Yes, please.
No TVs in the bedroom.
Amen.
Ever.
Okay.
Ever.
That's another hill I'll die on.
No TVs in the bedroom.
Totally
TV does
agree.
not need to be in the bedroom.
Amen.
Nope. Because if it's in the bedroom, you'll turn it on.
Exactly.
And then
there's more.
There's more.
Okay, good. I'm ready for it.
It's actually more important to wake up at the same time every day than it is to go to sleep at the same time every night.
Oh,
which is counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Most people think, oh, I need to go to bed at this time, this time, this time, this time. No,
right.
You need to wake up at the exact same time.
Say more about that.
I can't tell you why.
Okay.
I can just tell you that if you are trying to fix sleep, there's something called social jet lag.
Okay.
That's where you get up at 5 a.m, Monday through Friday, and then you sleep in on Saturday and Sunday. You've just given yourself jet lag. Jet lag is associated with an increased risk of heart attack.
Heart attack.
Stroke.
I know there is some
like
statistic about Mondays being the highest percentage of when people have
the Monday
attacks,
after
spring
forward.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Is the day you don't want to work in the ER. My first
Oh,
5 years I worked in the
Kimberly.
ER, and all of us were like, I'll take Christmas. I don't want that day.
Oh, that sounds brutal.
Especially in Colorado
Oh.
after a snowstorm.
Mm.
1 hour less of sleep, just
Mhm.
1 hour on the Monday after spring forward
Mhm.
is associated with the upwards of 28% increased risk of having a heart attack.
28%.
And you see it in the ER,
Oh.
especially after a snowstorm, because they go out and start shoveling snow.
Oh, got it.
If that same person shoveled snow 2 days before, they're not having a heart attack. They lose 1 hour of sleep and they go shovel snow, and now they have and they already had a heart disease, but that's when they're going to have the actual MI. So we know this, and we still change the time in this country. Hopefully at some point we will stop doing that. What's the Native American adage? And I don't know if this is where this comes from or not, but I remember reading it. It was a Native American quote that said only a white man would think that you can take a foot off of the top of the blanket, sew it to the bottom of the blanket, and think you have a longer blanket.
I can see how that would be appropriate in this situation.
And it was first proposed by Benjamin Franklin because of candles and wanting to make sure that we had enough daylight based on our clocks.
Okay.
And farmers need more daylight. Farmers understand when the sun rises and sets.
Correct. They know
you
how to
just get up and go like
their natural body rhythm.
Anyway, so the whole changing the clocks is ridiculous. And I think Arizona and Hawaii don't do it. I'm with them.
Yeah.
Stop changing the clock. So
it makes perfect sense.
Social jet lag is a problem. It increases the risk of
that makes sense.
Cardiovascular and cerebral vascular accidents and incidences. Heart attacks and strokes are made more prevalent because you don't wake up at the same time every day.
Got it.
So get up at the same time every day. Now, whether or not you go to sleep on time is its own issue, and we can talk about that. But the first thing is get up at the same time every single day.
Oh, I love this. And that's actually what I do naturally. But now I'm like, there's science behind that. So I'm going to be encouraging my family to do the same.
Way to know if you're getting recuperative sleep is your eyes open no more than 15 minutes before your alarm goes off.
That's been happening lately. Ah, good to know.
That means that you are doing sleep correctly. You should wake up just before your alarm. And if at least half of the days of the week you're waking up just before your alarm, perfect. Now, if you're waking up 3 hours before your alarm, we still got a problem. So before needs to be right before. And that says you're getting the right volume of recuperative sleep.
So for me, I'm guessing it might be situational because fix the sleep with the CPAP and then with the hormones and then with the weight loss, all of those, my sleep has been amazing. And I will say now, 2 months prior to my girls leaving, because they're both leaving this week at the time of this recording,
to college.
It's like emotional, yes, and I'm at a higher stress level. And of course, I've got all the checklists going. And so I called your office and you all told me, just take some ashwagandha. I'm like, leave it to Kimberly to make it so simple. And sure enough, I've been popping ashwagandha every night. And I wake up like, oh, it's almost like the angels are just like rubbing my back, like it's going to be okay. And I wake up rested. So I don't know if I'll need to be on that forever. Maybe you can tell me. But for now, in this high stress period for me, like that's been a great like bridge to
ashwagandha is fantastic. So
yeah,
remember we talked about cortisol should peak in the morning and start to wane in the afternoon, and then the adenosine needs to rise so you can go to sleep. You were under extra stress, both logistically, because you've got two girls going off to college in two different states and different time zones at the exact same time.
Exactly.
And you're in an emotional stress because your babies are leaving.
Yes.
That's so terrifying and hard and satisfying because you raised two amazing girls.
Thank you.
Like it's all the things,
incredible.
Right?
Yes.
And so, yes, you have a situational window of time where your stress, your cortisol is at a much higher level. It needs to be. Your body has to respond. Ashwagandha doesn't work for everybody. And there's no way to tell who it's going to work for. It doesn't work for until you try it. But what ashwagandha does is shuts off your adrenal glands so you don't make any more cortisol.
Oh, interesting.
It's the opposite of coffee.
Oh, okay.
So coffee shuts down adenosine so you can be awake.
Yeah.
Ashwagandha shuts down cortisol so you can go to sleep. That's how it works. It's very
Okay.
simple.
Feels like magic.
It's just very
Like
super
it's just
straightforward.
science.
And it's very polarizing. Ashwagandha works for most people who try it,
Okay.
but it is an on-off switch.
Mm.
So if ashwagandha doesn't work for you, it will never work for you.
Oh.
And if ashwagandha does work for you, it will always work for you.
Oh.
When I travel to a different time zone, especially like Europe, I took ashwagandha on the plane at the time I was supposed to fall asleep there.
Oh, smart. So get to
help
train
you
your
to get there.
body.
And then I took
into the
ashwagandha
moment.
every night when I was supposed to fall asleep there.
Okay.
And then I was doing a lot of coffee when I was supposed to be awake.
Aha. Okay.
So that I
No,
could
that's
try to
helpful.
reset.
Balance
Just
it
for that
out.
reset.
Beautiful.
So ashwagandha is a fantastic option. What's interesting is cortisol plays a role in losing our hair as we age. And so there's a lot of hair preparations out there that have ashwagandha in it.
Oh, so even topically it.
No type of pills.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
Unfortunately, they also have B vitamins in them.
Okay.
Which that's the other thing. If you're on a B vitamin, you take that in the morning, not at night. B vitamins are uppers.
Okay.
Thyroid medication is first thing in the morning. It's an upper. It's to wake you up and get you going, not like a pharmacological upper, but these are things that wake you up. And so if people are taking their B vitamins at night, they can't sleep.
Yes.
If you're going to do a big dose of energy giving supplement, you should do that in the morning. So many hair preparations have B complexes in them because you need that to grow hair, and ashwagandha. What time of day do you take that? Because I can't figure it out.
Oh, that's so interesting, right? So now you're gonna be sleepy.
It's a problem.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
So we need to split that.
Okay.
There's a very famous popular one that lots of people love, and I just want them to split it into morning and night. You get all your B vitamins in the morning because all of this grows hair and it's very good for you. But then we need your nighttime ones at nighttime. If they just split it, then it would be a much more elegant solution.
Well, that's something I don't think a lot of us think about because, your doctor, who probably is not a functional practitioner like our Kimberly, who would tell you, don't do this, but our doctors are like, take these pills to your point because they can help, but they don't necessarily tell you the time of day because obviously that's going to affect all of our systems.
Almost everything that I prescribe is first thing in the morning, except for ashwagandha and progesterone are at night.
That's right, the progesterone at night.
So progesterone helps with sleep.
Yes.
Your body naturally makes the most of it at night when you're an ovulatory female. And you actually, if you remember from that earlier episode, after the egg comes out of the ovary, that little tiny cyst or sac that's left behind, and the ovary is a cell. It's tiny. That little tiny, it's called the corpus luteum, is where you get almost 100% of your progesterone.
Got it.
And then as that cyst or that corpus luteum degrades and stops making progesterone falls off, you get a period.
There you go.
That's how that works.
Okay.
But even then, that little tiny guy still is making progesterone at night, not really during the day. So we want to take our progesterone at night because it's helpful for sleep. In women who don't have a uterus, who are on hormone replacement therapy, they don't have to take progesterone, but I will often give them a low dose of it anyway because we need our sleep.
Yes.
Progesterone is also really nice for joint juiciness. Progesterone is also really nice for libido. And I don't have a good explanation for that.
All you have to do is say it and I'm staying on it. That's all I know. I'm staying on my progesterone.
So you get that you start getting your progesterone right when you ovulate.
Okay.
So I'm sure there is, and that's when you want to have sex. Make sure that you can
procreate. Yes.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
So we know that progesterone is really good for sleep. And even in women who don't need it, I might reach for that to make sure that they have everything they need for good sleep that is recuperative and available.
Are there any bad side effects to having too much progesterone?
So we don't want to have so much progesterone that you can't wake up in the morning.
Okay.
And there are some women that are very sensitive to progesterone. And here's what's interesting. When you're sensitive to progesterone and you're too groggy in the morning when you wake up, those women also get what's called dysthymia or the blahs. That it's not really depression.
Okay.
It's more like the meh emoji.
You're just kind of, I don't know. I don't feel good. Don't feel bad.
So if you're sensitive to progesterone, you're sensitive mood wise as well, which is very interesting because that tells you that sleep, you need enough, but you shouldn't get too much. There's a narrow range where the human body performs the best. And so for those women, it's actually very simple. We switch from micronized progesterone to a compound and instant release in a much lower dose.
Oh,
And that
okay.
still gives us endometrial protection, but not so much progesterone that it's going to cause this dysthymia or this sleepiness in the morning. So I can
Makes
get a
perfect
specially
sense.
formulated product for them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can still do the uterine protection without the poor mood or the grogginess. I know how to fix that.
So then, different than grogginess and how about confidence? Like, I am clearly a walking, breathing testimony to how HRT and losing weight has just, it has helped my confidence. And I can say for most of my life, I've been a relatively confident human. However, there's nothing like being in my 50s, having other parts of my life being worked out so great, but then just the confidence I have in my body. Can you talk a little bit about how that comes about and why, like in women our age group who have fixed these hormone issues and who are paying attention to their health, like, because I don't feel like I'm alone. Like, I feel like there's almost like a movement that it's like, yeah, like we deserve to feel confident and
Oh,
fit in our bodies.
I often joke that we should have a secret handshake.
Okay.
Something
I'm
better.
in.
Something better than a high five and welcome to the club when I get somebody on their hormone replacement therapy.
Yes.
I've joked about going on HRT as like a country western song played backwards.
I
You get your
love when
body
you do this
back, you
one.
get your sleep back, you get your sex drive back, you get your relationships back.
Love
And that's
it.
stealing somebody else's joke, of course. But confidence starts from how do you feel?
Mhm.
How do you just feel in the moment? Do you feel good? Or is this body that you're living in burning down underneath you?
Yes.
And so confidence starts from inside.
Yes.
And you see it. You see it in radiant. People talk about radiant skin, bright eyes,
Yes.
squared shoulders,
Yes.
a voice that can project, which, by the way, the voice projecting is diaphragmatic. The diaphragm is a muscle.
Makes sense.
Without testosterone, you have no muscle tone. Your voice gets weaker and quieter. And then people respond to you as if you are meek and quiet. So all of this propagates itself. There's also an interesting study on Botox.
Oh,
This is 20 years ago now. Yeah, 20 years ago when Botox first came out, looking at frown lines. And actually, the study proved that if you treat frown lines with a neurotoxin like Botox, and there's now 6 of them on the market in the United States that you can choose from, and they all have different benefits to them, but Botox was the original, that if you get rid of frown lines, that is just as effective at treating mild to moderate depression as an antidepressant.
no way.
Still can't get insurance to cover it though, but
yeah. And is that because
So-
of the physical way people are responding to us, or is it a neuro?
it's a chicken and egg.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you depressed because you're frowning? Or do you frown because you're depressed? And if you knock out the frown and treat the depression, does it even matter?
There you go. I agree.
So confidence
Interesting.
starts from I feel good.
Yes.
I'm not dying between 5 p.m. and bedtime because I'm so tired. I can't.
Correct.
And when you're that kind of tired, questions can be like ice picks to the brain. And you want your child or your friend or your spouse to be able to come to you and say, would you like to have a cup of tea with me? Would you like to play a card game? Would you like to sit down and visit with me? And not respond like you just took an ice pick to the brain because you're so tired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sleep is a big part of confidence and making sure we have recuperative sleep. Our ability to sleep is multifactorial. Hormones play a giant role in this, as do habits. So we want to fix the hormone part, the physiology that might be broken, and then we want to fix the habits so that we get good sleep, so that our awake times are what we want out of them, including confidence.
Yes. As you were saying that, a picture of a girlfriend who's actually a client of yours, she shared with me, because she's about a month on, so she's a baby client on the testosterone. Just getting started, yes. And she's in her early 60s. And she was just sharing, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, but she's like, I was in this board meeting, which she's done for many, many years now, and she's like, people were just looking at me like I was holding court in the room. And she's like, my confidence. She's like, I could just feel something was going on. She's like, I didn't know what it was until later talking to you, Michelle. But I'm like, testosterone can affect our confidence in ways that we just don't know until we're actually experiencing it. So I just thought you might appreciate
I
that
love
story.
that.
She's very happy to be on testosterone right
So I
now.
have patients come in with a long list of maladies.
Mm.
I have constipation, I have all these issues, I have some acid reflux, I have sleep problems, I have, the list is long. And then I start with my extensive labs and start fixing the foundational issues. And then 6 months in, I'll go back and ask, how's your such and such? And they go, what? Oh, I don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
They go, oh, I forgot about that. So medical gaslighting is frustrating and it's annoying and it's demoralizing, and you get on the wrong medications because you didn't need an antidepressant because you actually needed your vitamin D replaced or your whatever. But it's also dangerous. And I'm going to give you 2 examples. These are women who are very famous and they are not my patients. So I can talk about what happened to them because they've spoken about it publicly.
Okay.
So the first is Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, our queen.
So
yes.
Oprah Winfrey
Yes.
has shared very publicly that for at least 2 years, she had a cardiologist, a heart doctor, who was monitoring her for these heart palpitations. She wore a Holter monitor. She went in for treadmill testing. They scanned her every which way a person can be scanned because they thought, oh no, Oprah's about to have a heart attack. She has these irregular heart rates that are going on. What Oprah had was menopause.
No.
All she needed was some estrogen.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. As simple as that.
So vasomotor, hot flashes, vasomotor symptoms of menopause. Vaso is vascular. Motor is blood moving. So it makes sense that you can also have heart palpitations when your estrogen drops out. So for 2 years, Oprah Winfrey,
one of the most wealthiest women in the world,
couldn't get good care.
Wow. Oh, that makes it really scary for the women that don't have money who are looking for care. Oh my word.
Example number 2.
Yeah.
Serena Williams.
Another queen. Yes.
Serena Williams has a known clotting disorder. She didn't share what it was, but she's a high risk for throwing a blood clot. And when she had her daughter, and I think she won one of the big Turnus tenements pregnant.
That's amazing. She's incredible.
Such a badass. I love her.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means that she and her daughter share that win. Because there were 2 of them there.
I think the daughter can take credit. Absolutely.
The daughter, actually, I don't think it was Wimbledon, but yeah, the daughter won the tournament.
Amazing.
As well, because she was there. Anyway, so after delivery, she kept telling her nurse she needed the doctor because she was having chest pain because she was afraid she had a PE, a pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot in the lungs. Oh. Which is fatal if not treated quickly.
Right.
The nurse, who is a maternity, mom, baby, postpartum expert, looked at this woman of color and said, "You're being hysterical."
Oh, so upsetting.
So Serena Williams had to get out of bed, walk to the nurse's station, demand that the charge nurse get involved and her doctor be paged and all of the things. She almost died. Serena Williams, arguably the best female tennis player ever, and that will ever be
in the world,
and the most amazing, articulate advocate for herself, her fellow tennis players. She's amazing. And she couldn't get safe care. So medical gaslighting and these biases against women and against women of color in particular, they are dangerous. Every time those 2 women are anywhere, I think, thank God they're strong.
Yes.
What about the women that aren't able to advocate for themselves and aren't able to be so insistent? Yes. So I wish we had a way to get biases out of healthcare. I don't think we do yet.
Well, we have people like you who are educating.
I'm working on it.
Practitioners. Yeah, you are doing your part, and we are grateful.
But making sure that if you feel like you're being marginalized or pushed aside, find somebody else.
Yes.
because
Like,
that
do
is not
not give
okay.
up.
And
Keep
it's
asking the questions.
dangerous. Yeah, it's
Yes.
dangerous if you don't get good care. It can be.
Absolutely.
The other thing that's really interesting, I have a lot of family and marriage therapists who will refer patients to me. Because if you think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that's that pyramid. And the base is, do I have enough food? Do I have a safe place to sleep? It's the basics of needs. Am I safe and fed?
Mm-hmm.
And then the tippy top is, how do I feel about it?
Yes.
And how do I respond emotionally to triggers or stressors or things that I might not find personally comfortable? Because what I don't like is going to be very different from what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And what bothers me is very different than what bothers my spouse. So that whole being very thoughtful about is the tippy top of the pyramid.
Mm.
You cannot get to the top of the pyramid when the bottom is burning to the ground.
Thank you.
Therapy
Thank you.
doesn't work when everything feels like an ice pick to the brain because you're so tired and you don't get any sleep if your hormones are off. So all of this goes together to create a functional human, which is why functional medicine is so important, because we think about all of the parts. So thinking through, if things aren't working, okay, why aren't they working? Is it the tippy top and being thoughtful about it, or is it because the base is burning down? Most of what I do is the base. I don't do the therapy. I make therapy work.
Amen. Yeah.
But I love that she's commanding the boardroom.
Oh, yeah.
Because also when you have testosterone, your back muscles get stronger. You stand up straighter. And as soon as you stand up straighter, people are looking at you. Oh, that person has something important to say. So many things about the human condition are observational. We are supposed to be observational as creatures on this planet. We are supposed to be paying attention to our surroundings, and so many cues in our environment are nonverbal. If you want somebody to come and talk to you at a bar, make eye contact. That'll do it.
There you go.
Right. So if you want to command a boardroom, you have to have enough muscle tone to stand up straight.
Aha.
So it all plays in.
Well, and I just started to giggle a little bit because that same friend, we were at a restaurant about 2 months ago, and husband Steve was out parking the car, and the two of us were just sitting there. And the waiter came around and he was like, do you want this? But he wasn't really, I don't know. But the moment Steve sat down, that waiter's like, oh, yes, sir. How can I get you? Like, he was on him. And my friend was like, that's Steve's BDE. I'm like, what's that? She said, big dick energy. And as soon as she said that, I'm like, oh, she's exactly right, because I got his permission. He said, I'm happy to share that he's also on testosterone. And since he started this therapy over the last, actually maybe been a year now, maybe a little bit more. But I have noticed the way other men respond to Steve's energy. And now that you're saying this, I'm like, oh, it must have something to do with that testosterone.
And it's the shoulders, I got to tell you. Men without testosterone, you'll see the shoulders start to slump and then start to roll forward. That is not a confident stance.
No.
That is not sexy.
No.
That's like the old guy walk. And as soon as they are up and back and stronger,
so yes,
it is. But other humans will recognize that and will appreciate that is someone with strength and confidence, and you behave differently around those people. Back to that Botox study.
Yeah.
There's another one where they looked at humans, males and females, who went shopping.
Oh, okay.
And what kind of customer service they got.
Oh, tell me more. This would be interesting.
And so the men and women who were not overdressed, but put together. Clean clothes, not wrinkled, a nice outfit. Doesn't have to be designer, but put together. And with hair that was, again, doesn't have to be a ridiculous updo, but done. And not too much makeup on the women, not too little makeup, but made an effort. Those men and women were offered coupons that were not published.
Interesting.
They were approached sooner. They were offered in the fitting room. Let me get this for you. Let me help you. So also at car dealerships.
But that's a big one.
They were negotiated with much harder. So they were paid attention to as if that was a worthy customer. So the world interacts with you differently when you don't look angry, when you look well rested, when you feel good, when you can hold your body in a way that says, I feel good and I'm comfortable and confident. You actually get better discounts at a store. You get a better rate on the percentage of the car loan.
Yes.
All of these things are better for you, which is a self-propagating, I feel good. So when you start going down the road of, I don't feel good, the world isn't interacting with me very well. And people think that I'm angry all the time.
Yes, I have a friend like that. Yes.
Then you're going to leave your house with your guard up. And that's going to just send you down, tumbling down that self-fulfilling prophecy of the world doesn't want to interact with me. And that's the mental piece. That's nice when we do the things that get the body to function, is you have that stance, you have that energy that changes how waiters interact with you, but you also save money on your car loan. Which is
for no other reason.
Right.
It's going to help your financial
Right.
picture to feel more confident in your body.
Interesting. Like, okay. I mean, as
so much
a person in healthcare, I don't think about your car loan percentage, but it was just very interesting to know that even in subtle ways, it's helpful.
Including something you spoke about previously, which is community. I think when you have more confidence in yourself, it's easier to reach out to others and have community with others, which again is that chicken and egg thing. That when you're in your community, you feel more supported, you feel more loved, you feel more
Humans are pack
validated.
animals.
Yes.
Humans are pack animals. We're supposed to have a community, a tribe, a group, and it doesn't mean family. Family is not a part of the longitudinal studies for who lives to be 100 with a satisfied life. So they feel good and they're glad that they've made it to 100. That is the strength of your community, not necessarily your marriage. That has nothing to do with it. Not your children or relatives. That has nothing to do with it. Do you have a friend group that and doesn't even have to be that large? It's just, do you have one? That matters. And when you don't feel good, you start to involute and withdraw.
Exactly.
And then everything goes south. Yeah. Having the confidence, having good hormones, having good sleep, having good sex, having all of the things makes all of it better, including the community interaction. You're so right.
Love that. So as we close, and we've been doing the homework, will you just close us out with the top 3 things that you want to see us doing around sleep and confidence?
So when it comes to sleep, if you're sleeping well, then you're doing it right. If you're not sleeping, go back through the checklist. It'll be a chapter in my next book, and it's called Counting Sheep, that chapter. So you'll be able to find it.
Love it.
So making sure you go through the sleep hygiene checklist and you're doing all of the things in the right order. So you are able to get recuperative sleep. So number 1 is, if your sleep is broken, fix it physiologically with everything that I offer at my clinic, as well as what you do at home. And then secondly, know that all of those changes take time. So be patient with yourself. Give it some time. So give the hormones time to kick in, give the vitamin D time to kick in, give all the things time to work. You didn't get on a treadmill and run 10 miles. You had to work up to it. So once the physiology is corrected, then you work on the sleep hygiene and you give all of that time.
Beautiful.
And then once all of that is firing and you go, oh, no, I feel good. Think about how you're engaging with your community. And if you're not getting enough and you're not participating enough, go participate in your community. Because now you know that you can do it. You're not so tired that it's going to hurt you. So your confidence should give you what you need to get out and engage.
So Kimberly, I have been having so much fun with you. And I'm so excited that we get to end in like a celebratory way with other women. Some clients of your clinic, another not, and we'll talk about the pluses, the minuses, the pros and the cons, but I'm just so excited to be in community, which is one of our health pillars that we've talked about in these episodes. We're just going to keep the fun rolling. So
I'm excited.
Yay. Thank you for this conversation. Thank you for being not only my healthcare practitioner, but also for being my friend. Thank you.
Me too.
Thank you so much for listening to Nourish with Michelle Fox. Were you driving, folding laundry, or maybe walking around the neighborhood? Perfect. I've got you covered with show notes over at michellefox.com/podcast. When you're ready, you will also find resources to support what you've learned in today's conversation, plus a few health-supportive freebies waiting just for you. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean the world if you left a review on whichever podcast platform you're currently listening from. Your support helps me continue my mission of building healthier communities. This 8-part series is my effort to help more women stop suffering in silence and start feeling strong, confident, and seen. I am grateful to be on this journey with you. Big love.